here on Live from Paris, joined by Fernand van Tetz here in the studio. Hi there.
Hi, Catherine.
And we're going to start off talking Europe, talking finances. The Eurogroup meeting later on today in Luxembourg. What's on their agenda?
So Greece is back to the top of the agenda. Hard to believe in these times of Brexit. The ministers will assess whether to make a further 2.8 billion euros in bailout funding available to Athens. Meanwhile, the International Monetary Fund has said it would take an advisory role in this third Greek bailout since 2010. The fund feels that Greece's recovery is only sustainable if the country is given some relief on its mountain of debt. But European politicians are weary. Yanis Stornaras, Greece's central bank governor, says it is time for the Eurogroup to commit realistically to debt relief.
We started with huge deficits, both in the current account and in the budget, and now we have surpluses. Competitiveness has improved. The important thing is that 80% of the MPs in the parliament now are in favor of staying in the euro. So it is very important now to have debt relief so that markets feel secure about the future of Greece.
It does feel like a while since we've talked about Greece, doesn't it? Brexit has been the dominant European topic of the last few months, and it is very much back on the agenda again this week as well.
Yes, it is. Theresa May continuing her charm offensive across Europe. She is visiting Denmark and the Netherlands today. Meanwhile, Interior Minister Amber Rudd saw her idea to force companies to disclose the number of foreign workers they employ rolled back over the weekend. The proposal last week caused an outcry, and now ministers say that any data collected would only be used to get a clearer picture of which parts of the economy relied on foreign workers. Education Minister Justine Greening said there would be, quote, absolutely no naming and shaming of companies.
Very controversial topic indeed. We'll stay in the UK for our next story. And we're talking about art, but from a money point of view, of course. Art collectors from around the world have been in London this weekend for the Frieze art fair. Quite a flurry of sales the dealers were talking about. Why is that?
Well, there's something going on which they've been dubbed the Brexit discount. This weekend, the weak pound sterling has been boosting art sales across the UK. But with uncertainty in the air, as the country moves towards a divorce from the European Union, galleries there are left wondering what is next.
Surrealism in the spotlight at this year's Frieze Art Fair. London-based galleries presented works by Picasso, Magritte, and Dali, among others. Some of the most prominent pieces featuring 8-figure price tags. With the pound at its lowest in 31 years, some London art directors say it's an open door for international buyers.
Well, it's brilliant because, in a sense, it's an invitation to come and buy in London. If the pound is low, people buying in dollars or euros or whatever other currency can see it as an opportunity.
London has long been regarded as the capital of the European art market. In 2015, the UK captured 21% of the global share, coming in second after the United States. It had by far the largest share among European countries, with France trailing behind at only 6%. But as Brexit negotiations heat up, many wonder whether London can hang on to the reins.
There is going to be a change culturally in London, but my feeling is that won't necessarily affect the way the market functions. London has represented the hub for Europe for many years. In the single market, that's obviously a natural scenario for us to be in. If we move out of that, it's about whether or not we can maintain our place running that hub.
If the UK moves forward with a hard Brexit, its exclusion from Europe's single market could send London-based art galleries flocking to other hubs, like Paris or Geneva. Until then, the art market, like other financial actors, is holding its breath.
Well, from the art market to the stock markets more generally, how are things faring in trading this morning?
So in Asia, a couple of markets are closed. Japan and Hong Kong closed today for a national holiday. Shanghai trading up after it opened again after a week-long holiday. One sector which is down there is property, that's feeling the results from 9 cities in China unveiling new policies to stem housing prices after Beijing expressed concerns about a possible housing bubble. Now, on the currency markets, we're keeping an eye on the pound after that flash crash on Friday. But also looking at the result of that debate in the US, the Mexican peso and Canadian dollar are stronger, feeling a boost from the debate, not as strong as the first debate. But throughout this campaign, both currencies have been an indicator of how markets are feeling about the prospects of Donald Trump.
All right. Finally, we've got some good news for people here in Europe who enjoy a bit of cheap transatlantic travel.
Well, prospects are looking good. There's talk about a flight opening up from Paris to New York for as little as $150
Wow.
return.
So pretty good for people in New York as well, in fact. once it's
For
come here.
everyone, if we make it happen. So this is a low-cost airline called Norwegian Air, and it says it's trying to make it happen as early as next year. But Chief Executive Officer Bjorn Kjos told Bloomberg that the airline is waiting for the green light from the U.S. Department of Transportation. The airline needs permission to use its Irish subsidiary, Norwegian Air International. He foresees no problems with the airline's plans to fly to South America, however. Norwegian intends to set up a hub in Buenos Aires, with flights taking off from Oslo, Paris, and London in 12 months. Kjos says he expects prices for a ticket to Tango to go down to a quarter of what they are now.
Wow, I will start saving pennies for that one. I would love to go to Argentina. Thanks
Me
very
too.
much. Maybe we'll go together. Fernand Van Tetz there with more business news in around about an hour's time here on France 24.